Today is day 2 of our series of teaching on Thanksgiving. Yesterday, we were already made aware that giving of thanks is the will of God for us. We quoted that verse, 1 Thessalonians 5:18, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for your life." It is called an attitude of gratitude, and we are asked to be grateful to God in all circumstances. Now, there are some circumstances which are so lovely and we have a blessed time and we can give thanks easily during those circumstances. But some circumstances are adverse and we are still asked to give thanks. It is indeed difficult to give thanks during adverse circumstances. Note that we are not asked to give thanks for the adverse circumstances, but we are to give thanks in all circumstances. I'm going to read for you a story. Bear with me, it's a bit long, but you'll thoroughly enjoy it. Management guru Zig Ziglar tells about a story of a sales seminar he was doing in Birmingham, Alabama. There he was told to talk to one lady during the tea break. She was a highly placed individual in a company, and she said to him that she has got a horrible job. There are horrible people working with her, horrible colleagues, and horrible authorities. She was filled to the brim with negativism and bitterness. And she said to Zig Ziglar, "I'm told you can help me fix it." Zig Ziglar says that he has discovered in speaking to psychologists, to psychiatrists, and counselors that not all people who come to you with a problem come with a view to find a solution. Then why do they come? They come because they want to whine and complain to you and to you and to you. And they want you and you and you to agree with them. And if you don't, you mess them up further and they will go and tell about you to you, to you and to you. And they are attention seekers. And through whining and complaining, they try to get the maximum attention of everyone. Zig Ziglar says to that lady, "I have bad news for you, and it is going to get worse." She said, "What is it?" He said, "They are going to fire you from your job." She was shocked. Anyone who complains about their car or their house or their job or their family, the moment you said it will be taken away, then there is a huge change in perspective of the worth of what they are going to miss. She said, "Why would they fire me? They are the bad guys and I am the good person. They should be fired and they should keep me." Generally, people who are the problem can never recognize that they are the problem. They are into denial, and sometimes you wonder how much poison is stored in such a small area. So she asked, "What can I do?" Zig Ziglar said, "Do you really want to know?" She said, "That's the reason I came to you for help, but so far you are of no help to me." He said, "I got a fabulous idea and I'm positive and I guarantee that it will work and give you the required result." She said, "I will do anything within reason." Zig Ziglar said, "Go home and after your work is over, before going to bed, take a sheet of paper and write down on the top of the heading, 'I like my job because,' and list under it the reasons you like your job." She said, "That's very easy. There will be nothing under that heading because I don't like anything about my job. It's a horrible job, horrible people, horrible authorities in my workplace." Zig Ziglar says, "Well, we won't wait till you reach home to write on that sheet of paper, but open your notepad right now and start to write. If you are working there for long, do they pay you?" She said, "Yes, they do." "You don't like being paid?" I do like being paid." "You like the amount they pay you?" "Yes, they do pay me a little above average." Zig Ziglar says, "So write down, 'I like my job because they pay me to work here, and two, they pay me above average.'" But she did not open her notepad and did not write anything. Zig Ziglar said, "In my experience, 100% of the time, if people do not do step number one, they will never do step number 2. I tried helping you with a positive, guaranteed way to make things better for you, but you will not take the first step. Sorry, it was nice meeting you. Goodbye. So she opened her notepad and started to write. Within a few minutes, they listed out 22 things under that heading. 1, she liked her pay. 2, the pay was above average. 3, she had 3 weeks paid vacation. 4, she had life insurance through a company. 5, she had health insurance through a company. 6, she had accident insurance through a company. 7, she lived within 10 minutes distance from her workplace. 8, she was in management and she was involved in decision making. 9, she had her own private cabin. 10, she was given a reserved parking space. 11, she was allowed to attend fully paid 3 seminars a year. Like that, she wrote 22 things that she liked about her company. Zig Ziglar said to her, now when you go home, at the end of the day, you open this page, stand in front of the mirror, and very loudly, you need to say to yourself in the mirror with enthusiasm and excitement, but you got to change one bit of the sentence. Instead of saying, I like my job because, you got to say, I love my job because. If you do this, you will sleep better. You got to repeat this in the morning just before you go to work, but say it with excitement and with enthusiasm. Now, Zig Ziglar met her again after 6 weeks as he was conducting another seminar in that same area. She came to attend this seminar even though she was not in sales. But she was a different woman altogether. She was smiling so much she could have eaten a banana sideways. And she said, the company has changed so much in 6 weeks. From being a fault finder, she became a good finder. Some people think that when they find fault, they think there is a reward for finding fault. When you say, I love my job, you are actually saying, I am grateful for my job. Gratitude is the healthiest of all emotions. It is your attitude of gratitude, not aptitude, that will give you altitude in your life. Some couples come for marriage counseling. They think they have a marriage problem. No sooner they arrive, they start whining against their spouse, and they want the counselor to agree with them, and want the counselor to rebuke and reprimand their spouse and fix them. But the counselor does not give any advice to either of the two. Instead, he asks each spouse to sit separately and write down 5 pages of points of appreciation of the good things they see in their spouse. At first, it looks impossible, but as they scratch their head, soon they get the points. Then they are made to read out aloud their points to each other. By the end of it, they are crying and they are hugging each other. They fall in love all over again. Gratitude is the key. I'll repeat and end with this sentence. It is your attitude of gratitude, not aptitude, that will give you altitude in your life. Think about it.